Okay, so session 8 of the Black Hack. What? No, it's it's Hack the Planet, episode 8. I fooled you for a second. Probably not, because it's labeled in YouTube. But anyway, let's get everybody to look at their XP triggers to remind themselves what they're supposed to be doing to get that XPs. Yeah. See, this is why people keep disliking my videos, bro. There's always the one person who's like, no.
So they hit play and they're immediately being lied to.
Yeah. They're like, what game is this? I don't like it anymore. I'm too confused. So yeah, look at your XP triggers, bear that in mind, and then let's do wishes real quick. What Alex, what is your wish for this session if you have one?
Probably. So I can't play in June. So probably some sort of conclusion for my character. Sure. But if it doesn't happen, that's fine. I understand.
The chances are is I think I will skip July dates for this, aside from maybe one game. Not 3 for sure, because I can't handle it. But then August, I'll probably be posting those again or something like that. So we'll see, but definitely we'll work towards some conclusion. And Nola, these days, the big thing that Nola's working on is repurposing. Well, you completed the project for being able to relocate the people, so you could get it all like powered up again, and it wouldn't be like, oh, our way of life is gone, right?
Yeah.
And also stripping the ship. You're like repurposing it so that you'll be able to use it without Straylight being like, hey, that's ours. We have the transponder.
Or sell.
Pardon?
Use or sell, I think.
Yeah, like just make it so that Straylight doesn't know that it's theirs and stuff's happening with it, right?
Yep.
And yeah, that's the two big things for you, right?
Mm.
Is there any other plot threads or anything like that that you're like, I would love to see that completed? No?
Not really, no.
Okay. Cool. Asher, any wishes? Would you like to eject some more people?
I didn't do that, did I? I thought that was someone else.
You definitely hit the eject button on those people.
I think I want to check out this crew some more, right? Like we have Elite Troop. I'm not sure what that is.
That's
yeah, just seeing.
Your gang members are elite troop members, which is like a type of gang in this game, which are like good at being in the convoy, right? Like they get information and stuff like that. I can't remember what the Blades allegory for it is, but I think it's like a little mix of cultists and something else. I think is what.
So I guess just invoking that more, and like using flashbacks better than just I got your ID.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. You're like, who's got an ID? I do. I've got your ID. You didn't even know you had ID, but I've got it. Cool. Okay. And Darren, any wishes?
I think I really want to throw this humanitarian gala.
Cool.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a reasonable, since we've already been through downtime, but I'll project that.
You could continue to do the stuff, right? We just are in free play, so it can become like risky. It's not just like free, right?
Ooh. Yeah, let's have risky some drama.
Gala. Yeah.
I see I barely have a grasp on Blades still.
Yeah, Gala is so risky right now. Cool. Anything else? Any other things?
I mean, I would say make Ricky my boyfriend, but that's definitely going to have to happen next month.
Yeah.
It's only got like 4 ticks or something.
Yeah. Hard out there.
No, I don't think so. Normal stuff. I'm just happy to be here.
Sounds good. And Lauren, what is your wish?
I don't know, to have fun and do cool stuff. That's as far as I've gotten.
That's not a thing, Lauren.
Yeah, no, I want to see Nola like drive to a conclusion, and I want to support that a lot. And I don't have any like plot threads I personally want to chuck through, so sorry that wasn't helpful.
Do you want to upgrade
Binky?
Yeah, Binky.
Always.
Binky into a militant death robot of some kind.
That's definitely on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I shouldn't give you ideas.
No, I don't think Wolfie's that into killing people, funnily enough.
Yeah. But maybe your Skynet robot is.
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
That'd be a neat twist.
Nice boy or girl thing.
Totally.
Cool.
Very well behaved.
Yeah. Oh, right. And the Clock of Lies is a thing as well. So these people know that you're full of shit, Gabrish. And so, yeah.
That's the wrong character.
So maybe the next score is dealing with this area, right? Like you have goals in which you want to move the people to somewhere else so you can start this stuff up. And that could be a score that has multiple parts to it or something, perhaps. Like 1 being relocate the people, 2 being start the stuff again or whatever, right? I don't know. Nip punk, yeah. Lauren's always wanted to be that nip punker. So, yeah, what do people think? We're out of downtime, but you can still do things now. They just become riskier and things. Long-term projects you could still do, especially if you have money as well. You can always spend jewels to do more things. Yeah.
I have an idea. I think Atheb, not Gabrish. I'm Atheb here. Probably runs into Tack at some point, and while Atheb is like trying to plan a gala, and maybe they see you working on I don't know, whatever this tower is. Fraser, I'm never gonna remember what this tower is.
It's like a large carbon sink that looks like a huge stack.
The carbon sink. Maybe you're working on the carbon sink.
Maybe you are. Oh yeah, you are Atheb, not Gabrish.
Yeah.
It's all bleeding together. Crossing the streams.
Thinking like, Tag, do you need something to get this going? Like how's all this going? What's up? What's the haps?
To be honest, I've spent most of my time working on the fungus thing and talking to the people. So I don't know yet.
You're a far better humanitarian than an engineer, it seems. Well, I'm trying to like help out this island that I may or may not have accidentally destroyed. But there's going to be a lot of people with a lot of money. So I'm thinking there might be a way to get us some resources to get, a little venture capital to get up and running. What do you think?
I mean, sounds... Okay, I'm having a brain fart. Can you repeat what you just said?
That's okay. It says something about like, I'm planning this gala to like help fix this huge issue that I caused. And there's going to be a lot of moneyed people there. And I saw you working and like running around, and this whole carbon sink still isn't pumping out that good CO2. And I was thinking maybe we can also use this as a way to get some like venture startup capital, so we can get what we need to get this thing going.
I mean, I definitely appreciate it.
Great, I'll put you down with a +1. Thanks.
Okay.
If that walks off. That's all I got. And I'll probably take some money out of stash to like try and hit that project again, so I can just
go. Did we do heat and all that and payout? I think so, right? If we did downtime, then we must have.
Yeah, I think we did payout at least, I remember.
Yeah, so how much money y'all have? There's 4 in the vaults.
We spent a lot of money upgrading our tier.
Oh, right. You guys are a little lower people now. You're on the regulars. You're not -1 here. Or 0, as they say. Cool. So Nola, do you have a clock for working on the...
I do not.
Okay, we just had the one for relocating the people and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Cool, okay. That's neat. I'm looking at... Could be like... info dump, maybe? Oh, you have that. Oh, yeah. So you guys didn't do the info dump thing yet either, did you?
Don't we like not get any money from it?
So we did roll it? I don't think so.
Well, I thought we were so low tier that we don't actually get anything from it yet.
Well,
it's
a tier roll minus heat. So you have 3 heat, you'd be rolling a d6, and then you just minus it. So if you want to roll tier, you can do that and see how much you make.
I
it's each downtime.
I thought it was just like your tier minus the heat.
Oh, no, it's a tier roll. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to roll it, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Oh, Lauren wants to roll it? What's happening?
Okay. You can roll it. Okay.
Nice. That's funny. So you can just hit the tier button and it will do it for you.
I never get to do these like great whole algorithms to roll. Where's tier? Oh, there.
Oh, yeah, right.
0.
Right, when Darren rolls it, it's always real slow. I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so you get nothing. Tier roll minus heat equals joules in downtime, and you have 3.
We have to pay a joule, don't we?
yeah, upkeep. I won't. Yeah, we won't do that. That is funny that it ended up being nothing anyway, though.
I knew it.
Funny, kinda. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, all right. So do people want to? Okay, so Darren, you want to do the gala, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nola, do you want to convince the people to move, since they ostensibly they like you, right? Because you've been spending time with them. We had like a lot of fiction with you, like being like neighborly neighbors with them and stuff, whereas their interaction with Atheb is not good. And then we could get this thing repaired, I think. And I'm looking at turf though for what it might be, like mechanically what this thing is that you would get from it. not too sure. It might be like another sort of info dump sales thing, except reworded, not for info dump, but probably like selling off, excess carbon and stuff like that to the corporations and stuff. But have you guys actually even decided what you wanted to do with this place?
I think we
I
just, I
Go
think we've
ahead.
just sort of been putting it off.
Yeah.
I'm like, we'll decide when we get it fixed up.
Yeah. And now you do have it so that, you know that you could relocate these people right to a different area. But now that that's done, it begs the question of what to do with the actual place here now. Because you could always relocate them to some other place where they wouldn't be, harmed or whatever by the corporations and stuff like that, right? If you sold the place to them, or is this going to be you taking, like repairing it and using it for your own devices? It would be good for the environment, right? And it would certainly pay money, or it would be a really large payout to give it to somebody else now so that they would get it going and make money off of it. But give it to the wrong corporation, they're more likely just to like bomb this place, right? Be like, no, never existed. So yeah, did you guys decide?
I just want to
Lots.
make money off of it, like a continuous income. I don't want to sell it.
Yeah. So repair it, and then
That's my vote.
similar to info dump sales, I think we would just give you like another info dump sales thing, but you know, offset carbon sales or whatever, right? Name it for whatever it actually is.
That's
But
my vote.
yeah. What about Wolfie? What does Wolfie want to do? Does Wolfie want to sell it to the corpse?
I don't think so. I think Wolfie is too much of a pug to want to sell it off to the corpse.
Too much of a nip punk.
Yeah, too much of a nitbook.
Cool.
Or Apolog is probably going to be running off into the bushes with the fungus people and making a lot of knitwear.
Okay. Okay, and then so Heatsink, are you on board with this plan as well? Get it going again? Repair this place? Make
This is
money
a
from it?
carbon thing?
Yeah,
Carbon power?
yeah, it's like a giant turbine that reaches up into the air and it drives CO2 emissions into it, traps it, and then like fracks it into the ground basically.
All right. Yeah, we can keep that.
Yeah, have that in your back pocket. So I guess really it's just convincing these people, right?
We can use it to make pencils out of this the carbon, right?
Sure. I don't think you really need it with like smart paper and stuff, but if you would like to make some pencils, I'm going to allow it. I won't even make you roll. I will just say you have pencils. Exactly. I'm a giving, benevolent GM. So, Nola, do you want to try to convince these folks then?
Sure.
Okay. I will make a clock in the corner. And I think initially, at least, you'll have limited effect on this because of the lies Atheb told. Atheb. So, mechanically, just so everyone knows, to attack this clock, you could each make your contributions to it, right? Or you could all help Nola with the argument, except for maybe Atheb, probably. But
My
maybe,
help is that I'm leaving. I'm
yeah.
getting out of here.
Yeah, exactly. To set up the gala, right? The gala. But yeah, so the benefit is individual roles might bring it up, but if you set somebody else up, you increase their effect or their position with your arguments. And you also can assist other people and give them extra dies and all that kind of stuff, right? Alternatively, Nola could be leading a group action to convince these people, and then you just take the highest result, which might be like, for one thing, you would have more effect because you have more people. Your scale is bigger and your potency. But yeah, it just depends how you kind of want to work it, because the more rolls that you make per person potentially is more slices in the pie as well, right? So, bearing that in mind, what is the plan, Nola?
I don't think I have any dots in anything that would be a relevant roll, so I'm probably gonna be rolling 0. I don't know mechanically if that makes it make more sense to have everybody roll individually.
Yeah.
I don't actually think my roll on this is gonna be that good.
Yeah, well, you could be leading the group action then and equalizing the limited effect that Atheb leaves behind. And
I should just lead a group action and Atheb is just in my ear.
This is what you should say.
Wait a minute. Can I set up the group action by leaving?
That would be funny. I don't know what action that would be.
That's a trace, because I'm getting out of town. Or we could say it's a sway, right? Abstractly, that I'm swaying the group, the people that we're convincing, by like being like, hey, I'm not even going to be here anymore. I'm done. I'm over it.
Sure. Change attitudes or behavior with seduction or empathy.
Atha is certainly more seductive than empathetic.
Yeah.
No,
okay. We can abstract it to that. I think that will be good. And so the first thing is like, that guy's gone. Right? So let's see how much it affects them then. Okay, so pretty good. Okay, well that's 3 already. So they really like that you're fucking god. Cool. And then you definitely set them up so they can take better position or effect. But since Nola, you have the fictional positioning to be on their side and everything. What we could do is, if somebody is really good at sway or whatever they're going to roll to persuade these people, you could lend them the fictional positioning by assisting them, or group action or whatever too, right? And then whoever acts next gets the benefit of the setup action as well.
I think it'd be fine leading a group action for anyone else that wants to help. Maybe if Wolfie wants to do some crafting with them and be like, see, we're friendly.
We're friendly. Not all of us are assholes. You wouldn't have let us in. Let's see.
Yeah,
Who would you be talking to? It will be the loom. And it was the person I think you'd be talking to the most is Chicago. Because remember, these people are named after the places that they came from before. So they're pretty much all tippers as well. When you're picturing them, they're like fairly old, but like, quite fit as well, because they've been living out in that hard rainforest. And Chicago's a weaver. They have an infectious personality. They're upbeat and they're empathetic. So that's why you would probably be targeting Chicago. Maybe you had talked previously when you've been, doing your prayer and all that kind of action. So is it a group action then? Are you helping as well, Heatsink, to convince them?
Sure.
This is the argument that you want to be like, you're trying to get them to relocate where they are going to live, and also like give them the means of which to reproduce that fungus somewhere else, right?
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, especially I think you have some good fictional positioning in just that, like, they know where you are, right? Like, they have already come and they're bad. They have all the weapons and all that kind of stuff, right? So they're kind of like a little bit incentivized to believe you already because you're flying around in their ship. So it's a thing. So is everybody helping to verbalize this argument? Wolfie, are you as well? Yeah.
I will try my best.
Okay. Cool. So what is it that you guys say though? I want to know what it actually is. We could just abstract it, but come on.
I mean, I was thinking, you know, a similar pitch of like the information that this thing is here is out there, and like you can't destroy that. You can't get rid of that. So this place is dangerous. It always has been dangerous. I mean, you know that. We saw the bodies of your friends and family on our way in. We're trying to maybe, you know, give you somewhere that's safer, that's not such, doesn't have such a big target painted on it.
That seems pretty good. Okay. So everybody, are you swaying, you think?
Probably.
Seems like it, hey?
Yeah.
Although I don't know. Heatsink might be finessing them, right? Is this finesse? Cool. Okay, so yeah, everybody roll your sway. And if you're leading it, Nola, then you'll take stress. But hopefully, if you get 1-6 in all these rolls, then you'll fill up their clock and they'll be like, oh, yes, that sounds good.
Is there position and effect on this?
Technically, yeah, there would be because we're out of downtime. It would be just risky standard, though, like risky because they may not. You might have blown their goodwill when Atheb was a douche.
Damn, also pushing myself.
Oh, there you go. Nola's not good at this. Nola's so bad, she's perfect at it. Cool. So, and then we just need a roll from Asher Heatsink, right? 3. So you take 1 stress. It could have been important. You could have got an extra 6, maybe.
I take a stress, or
no, Nola does.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So what is it that you say that is like a slight step before they correct it?
I think I'm trying to convince them to move somewhere else as like a backup, right? Like, since this area is so hot, you have to move somewhere else just in case, right? And start a new colony or whatever.
And then
They
Nola's
probably
like,
take that as like an insult.
oh yeah. Nola's like, no, walk away, George. Cool. But yeah, so you fill the clock, you're good. They begin to start relocating, and in a hurry, I think, especially after they, like, you show them the, the stray light aircraft and everything like that, right? And they're like, oh shit. Well, they're probably going to be coming pretty soon, especially if, God forbid, Nola doesn't strip it soon. So, cool. Meanwhile, we'll cut to Atheb. who is somewhere else because they have left. He has left. Where did
Atheb's wandering the wastes alone, cold.
I thought you were setting up a gala.
Yeah, I am. There's
Okay.
no waste wandering in Atheb's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna hopefully fill up this humanitarian gala clock. Maybe this is like Atheb on the beach, putting the finishing touches on it, communicating with the caterers and the staff, and working with event planners, rechecking invitations. Let me roll instead of just droning on about how event planning works. What am I doing? I'm networking. I remembered it this time.
Cool.
I want to, if I spend the coin, do I get to say that this was a downtime action? Or is that just, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Spending my big bucks.
All the jewels. Run the jewels, run the jewels.
I had to dip into my stash for that one. I'm really putting all into this gala.
Apparently.
Come on, roll 20.
Oh, you rolled already?
No, I just did. Now I just have to wait.
Another 2.
Okay, that fills it.
Oh, does it? Nice.
Yeah, we're having a gala, everyone.
Where is it again? Didn't you say it was like on one of the islands from the Rust, right? Where like
Yes.
Yeah, you're doing like the it's funny because I'm always thinking of it as like the James Bond villain thing, right? Like, come to my private island. We'll have fun, yes.
It's absolutely a beachside event. Maybe the Rust Islands are set up so like you can see the ruined island from the beach where the gala is gonna happen on.
Okay. And are we thinking that this is going to be the score then? Like, is the gala the means of which you're going to get this place operational and accomplish some other things? Because you could potentially have a lot of people there, right? And be doing a bunch of different things.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to bogart the whole dealio. So if like everybody else wants to has ideas or work on stuff, and we can just leave that in the pocket for now, I'm fine with that. Do you mean I just don't want to be like, yes, let's do that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, because you could potentially get the funds for starting this place up. Stripping the ship, I think, is something Nola could just do. You're about halfway through, so that definitely doesn't need to be a score or anything like that, right? What else is on the table? Does anybody else have clocks that they're working on or a specific score that they want to do? Remember, for scores, you can also target pieces of your on your crew sheet, the stuff that you're looking for to get your turf and claims. So it could be also like it could definitely be a liaison, right? Plus 1D to networking with Forge communities. That could be the score, and then while you're there, you're also like trying to raise money for the carbon sink place from Forge communities, which wouldn't. They don't care about corporations and their ends and stuff like that, right? But yeah, I'm up for whatever you think.
Can I work on the ship some more? I kind of want to deck it out as a party ship, so like make it make it less recognizable, but also set it up for this gala.
Okay, sure. That sounds funny. Okay, it's already half full. So, what is it that you would like to do mechanically as an action roll?
It sounds like Tinker, but I don't know how many points am I?
Yeah.
Um,
You could always push yourself.
Could it be wrecking? Like I'm trying to destroy it? Right? Because I'm not necessarily like making anything, right? I'm just taking off parts that would be recognizable and like just throwing
I
things
don't
all over.
know.
I guess it's not like destroying it completely, but
Yeah, because it's wreck a place, item, or obstacle with savage force or carefully
that's true.
applied sabotage.
Or create distraction and chaos. That sounds like what I'm doing.
Defenses with force. Sure. We'll just say sure.
Okay.
It's the finale. I want you guys to have fun.
All right. So I just roll out, or
Yep. And then we see how much progress you make.
don't make it.
No, you make one. You always make one.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. It's a
I
little.
put up one stream.
No, it's not like that. It's a six-sided clock, so it's still even just one thing is something, right? It's not like it's not like you walk on board and push on or something. You're like, oh, and I'm done. There's work being done. There's work being done. It's just it's taking a lot of stuff. You have to be careful stripping the ship because if you leave something out or leave something on, I guess, then it might be something that'll allow it to be identified or tracked by stray light, right? So it's a delicate business. Wolfie, do you have something you'd like to do? Jet lag?
I shouldn't be jet lagged. I think I'm just constantly tired. I don't know. Is there anything like Binky related I can do to help set up the gala? Like scout out some places. I'm sure we want like
absolutely. You could hang some lights.
Awesome.
No,
Put up some streamers.
Let's see. Binky's like a scouting droid.
And he's like camouflaged and I can see through his eyes. And it's a pretty great relationship. Yeah, shoot some promotional video.
Yeah, you can shoot the video where it's like, turn left at the weird rock, turn right at this place.
Maybe there's like some maybe there are some VIPs who haven't RSVP'd and we have to hunt them down. Something like that.
Would that be like acquiring an asset for this? Can we still do that?
You could. It would cost money though.
Do I have money? That's the question. Probably not. I don't think I'm very fiscally responsible.
Yeah.
I have 4 coin in my stash.
That's the most that you can have.
Okay. Yeah, if I spend 2, then I can acquire an asset.
Just one. You just need to spend one. Calm down, Wolfie.
Well, I'm flushed, so what do I care?
Yeah. Well, you don't. Yeah. Well, you can just see how well you do, and then spend money to bump up the result first.
Okay.
So you roll tier again, actually.
Okay. How do I? Oh, right.
On the cruise sheet.
On the cruise sheets.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
I got a 1.
Yes, so that's actually tier 0, whatever it is that you got. So you could spend 1 more to make it your own tier, and you can spend it another one beyond that too to make it above your tier.
That sounds fine. I can. It sounds worth it to spend 2 for this, right?
So what is it? Is it like a giant yacht thing or whatever? So when you're smoothing the people, then they're all like, "Whoa,
super impressed."
Caribbean cruise.
What did you have in mind, Atheb? What do you need to pimp out this party?
Well, Hmm.
You need something above your tier to attract the people above, right? To come here. So what is that?
What is that? No. I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Some good hors d'oeuvres.
Go ahead, Asher. What were you saying?
Do we have contacts we can invoke? Right, we have all these people. Maybe we could use that.
Some what?
The friends.
Mm.
Oh yeah, if you have friends that could help, yeah.
Like some good keynote speakers.
What kind of gala is this?
I don't
The whole thing's a ruse.
know.
What kind of asset do we need?
Because you want it to be a fundraiser, I think, right, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't
what is
know.
it? What is it that people would come from the city and the Forge communities to this specific island to experience? It could be like just like really good food and stuff, right? Like beyond hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, maybe it's like I don't know how big we can make this asset, but maybe it's the whole package deal. It's like exotic foods and fresh water and the natural sounds of birds and
Oh yeah, we could get some of the blue alongs tea and serve that with like a really
Oh, that's really good
water.
actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's the drug. Let's drug them
Drug
and steal
tea.
their money.
There you go. Get them high. That's how you do.
I'm into that.
Cool. Yeah, I think that would probably work.
I would-
Cool.
There's a scene of VD doing a drop.
A drop?
With a drop with like the drug tea for sure.
Oh, nice. Well, if he's just like, that's the good stuff, guys. Binky is hovering close by, judging you. His eyes oscillating.
Good thing I can't see him because he's camouflaged it.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Cool. Yeah, and then the rest of the clock was just like getting guests and having probably this place constructed on the island and all that kind of stuff, right? And it's close to because you were going to have it. Oh yeah, it was to raise money for the island because it got messed up, right?
Yes.
So now it's like a few purposes happening. Raise money for the island, give us money for this secret project, and any
Well,
other
we're
stuff.
only gonna tell them about the island.
Oh, okay. So just like excess money gets funneled to this other project as well.
Yeah, like maybe we have a higher fundraising goal now than we initially announced in the invitation. And it's just like, well, we think we can really pull it. And then, most of it's going to go towards starting up the carbon sink.
Cool. Okay, I like that. All right. And then, so, Nola, do you want to try to finish stripping the ship and make it... Is it going to be like a thing where you use it to ferry people to this gala? I guess don't invite the stray light, huh? They're like, wait a minute.
We'll just tell them it's a new porter design.
Mm.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm also sitting at 6 stress.
Oh, really? Did you not do the downtime?
I did. I did not regain that much, so I was wondering if I could maybe spend some coin to do that real quick.
That sounds wise. And so, oh yeah, and it kind of goes in with the fiction of you convincing them, right? Like, because your obligation or something, was it, right? Faith, yeah.
But like a very community sort of based faith.
Right. Cool. Oh, there you go. That's a lot more. So is that all of it? So you cleared all of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. That's pretty good. All right. So, what do you guys want this job to be then? Is it a claim on the crew map that you're going for mechanically, or is like what mechanically do we want represented by what are you trying to accomplish mechanically beyond like the island gets funding? Yay.
Is that not good enough for you, Fraser?
Well, I mean, I think that it could be. I think that just holding the gala would do that, right? I don't think it's a score. It would just happen because you've already had the long-term project. So
Okay, fair enough.
yeah, because you've been working on it for like a month. So
I like liaison if we want to
Yeah.
expand turf.
I like liaison.
yeah, is everyone on board for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Asher, get that liaison hashtag.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.
Everyone sounds so enthusiastic.
Yeah, everyone's like, I guess we could get a liaison. Whatever. Fraser
we have
always
to
wants
pick.
to make it mechanical. um,
I like that we show up to a gala with the straight light should be like, yeah, it's ours. What?
what?
Alex in the chat.
We stole this. What of it? Cool. Also, Alex, you said that you had a crew advance?
Yeah, last time we filled that track, and I don't think we ever chose what
That
was
would
gonna be.
That would be a good thing to choose then, y'all.
I wouldn't mind getting a bonus to maybe some sway if we're gonna have a party. But
I think that's agreeable.
Yeah, good idea.
So kinesthetic learning, +1 action rating to hack, study, or sway. Is that what you're looking at? Yeah.
yes.
That sounds pretty good. Get that stuff. Get it good. Okay. Cool. Do you have... Okay, and so do you guys want it to be a social score?
I think yes. Unless we do take the position, like what you were saying is that we've done the long-term project to build up to the gala. So maybe it's not that we need to socialize, but we need to, I lost my train of thought. But maybe it's more of a deception in that we're using this successful fundraising event as a ruse to like get more money and assets but also if we're getting liaisons, I guess maybe that would be more social.
Yeah, it sounds like you're trying to get a liaison at the score, right?
And
then the other stuff is sort of just like a fringe benefit or something. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Fringe benefit is basically the score's money, right? And then the main benefit is to get the actual liaison. Yeah. Okay. So Nola, do you want to finish up the ship?
Sure. Yeah, I
real quick.
can tinker with it. I think a big focus is making sure we get all of the fungus out of there as well.
Oh yeah, right. Because you put a whole bunch in there to kill them all, and then threw them off a cliff. That whole thing escalated quite quickly.
Yeah, so many things to tinker.
Lots of tinkerings.
I will definitely get in there. Risky standard
Yeah. So one more. I'm gonna fill it up. But I will say the consequence of that is that you haven't quite got, like, there's one thing that's missing, right? Like you're standing back and you're like admiring your work and everything, but in the film version of this, the camera like pans around to like a little gadget inside or whatever that's like beeping still or something like that, right? A residual thing.
I was thinking maybe like some part of like the operating system or something, because we didn't like hack anything. We just took the physical parts off of it.
Sure, yeah, that's even better. It'll just be like you boot it up and it's like Stray Light OS, and everyone's like, "This is fine." It's all fine. It's all fine. Stray Light OS 1.0 updating servers. What? Yeah, that's fine. Get that Windows update. Cool.
So you're saying it won't be ready in time for the gala?
Oh no, I'm saying it's on time and you might have other guests.
Even after a Windows update?
No, it's ready. It's ready. I'm just saying that Stray Light is probably going to show up to the party as well, right? For those people who need it spelled out for them.
I was trying to make a joke about Windows updates.
Okay. Well, I didn't pick up on that. Or it just wasn't funny. I don't know.
I'll take it to Twitter.
Okay. Sounds good. Rate my books, people. Cool. So it's a social connection. So do you guys want to gather information before in order to see who it is you want to do, all that kind of stuff? Cool. Okay. So how is it that you'd go about this?
I kind of want to hit up Salia to figure out who like all the rich people are, so we can like keep tabs on them and stuff at the gala.
Okay. So you're just looking for a specific person that's like well connected and got enough money?
Yeah, that whatever information Salia has. Because I had that scene in my head of like if I could download that information into Binky, like Binky can do like the HUD like tracking down the face and stuff in the crowd and like come up with all this information on this person, so we have like we can manipulate them, so Atheb can manipulate them super well.
Okay, sounds good. So what action do you think you're doing with this?
Oh, shoot, I want to be I really want to be what do you call it, tracing, but if I'm talking to Sally, it's probably more social.
Yeah. Unless she's like, I'll sick you on these people, and you're like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find them. Cool. Yes. So roll that, and you're doing it with a friend, right?
I am indeed.
So at least you get an extra die. Yay. That's pretty good, right?
Totes. I love having friends. We do this.
6 is pretty good. So, okay, what's the questions that you'd like to ask me specifically?
I guess.
Who dat?
Yeah. Who should we be on the lookout for at this party?
That's good. Okay, so. Ooh, what if I had a thought just at the moment. What if it was making it so that your Atheb's lover is the one that gets posted out here to be the liaison or something. to like tie everything into like a neat little bow or something, right?
Nice.
So like you pull strings so that it's just like when Red Hue goes to work and they're like, good news, you're getting transferred. You're gonna be a forged liaison for our corporation out there or something. But do you want that, or should it be something else? Because I can grab people from other factions and stuff too.
What do you think, Atheb?
I can go on beach dates with Ridhi, so I'm into it.
Yeah, well, it just depends if you want your forged liaison to be that person, especially because they're like definitely an auditor still as well. So,
yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't if it still makes sense with the long-term project.
Yeah, you'd still need to be turning them over to your side, right? But they're the ones that get posted out here.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Okay, because then I thought it might be fun because then during the gala, you could be working on your long-term project as well, right?
What? Everything all at once.
It's the finale.
Yeah. I mean, I'm into it.
Okay, cool.
That would be interesting going forward. Also.
Okay, so let's have that happen then. We'll have like, yeah, we'll look over like all these candidates, right? With your friends has this list, and then as it scrolls by, you're like, wait, Ridhi, interesting, right? And yeah, so okay, and then you got a 6, so you can also ask follow-up questions to get better information regarding this, and possibly help you with whatchamacallit, the engagement role.
I'm curious, Atheb, do you have questions you want to like? Do you have information you want to know about this guy?
About Ridhi?
Yeah.
I mean, we've already been on a handful of dates. What don't I know?
Well, I don't know.
You can lend us bank balance? Like, I don't know. Like,
bank balance. Offside.
No, I don't. I mean, maybe like, who is he expecting at the party? Like, you can build the web out a little bit.
Okay.
About who's going to be there.
Let's see.
Make NPC nerves.
Yeah. Well, we'll say Yedric is going to be there, who Lauren knows from a different game, who is the leader of the porters, who is kind of like an obligation, especially because it's like directly funding the porters in a way, right? Or at least their home place, right? Their home side advantage place or whatever, like where the ships are actually created and all that. So he's definitely gotta show up. The grandparents are like, you going.
What if maybe this happens just before last week's Saturday game, and maybe the CEO from Nourish is there too.
Oh, right. Yeah. What was her name even?
Oh, I don't. That's what you'd remember.
I don't think I gave her a name even in that session.
It was pretty
what?
Smash and grab.
Yeah, that was a quick thing. So we'll just name her now.
There we go.
Cool.
Surely she had a name. You pulled a picture off of Pinterest and everything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
If so, it wouldn't matter now, because
yeah.
I definitely wasn't like, better jot that one down. We'll say that her name is I don't like these. Everly. That's nice. CEO Everly of the Nourish. And who else would you pull? I think Not them, they're too low. Oh, maybe Antonia from Manufactured Light will be there as well, the leader of Manufactured Light. Oh, I renamed it. It's Manufactured Life. Change that. Manufactured Life. And the Split Peas will definitely have a representative there, Yasmin. And Ishan from the Red Leaves. I think those will be the main players. And then at a meta level, we know that a Stray Light person might show up at some point for some reason. Who knows? And then the grandparents will definitely be there and all that too. Of course. Do the grandparents know about this, or are they just like, you're such a good grandson?
They don't know about it.
Oh, nice. Well, that'll be good.
I'm such a good grandson. Oh, you know what? I think I still technically don't have access to my bike. Maybe also we can roll that into this.
Nice. So you're just gonna be like, you're my boyfriend, and you need to let me come back home, and can we get some money? And cool.
Thank you.
Sweet. Well, we'll see how much time we have here. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, those will be the major players. Of course, there'll be like some other ones, but yeah. And as far as the score goes, you want to make sure that you are bold and daring, right? It's not contingent on many factors. You expose a vulnerability of the target, which is Ridhi, apparently. And that they don't have particular defenses or special preparations for this. And if you have friends that can help, enemies, rivals, are there any other elements? Blah, blah, blah. Cool. So do you have any other follow-up questions from the 6?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Sounds good. Then are we ready to proceed to the score? Does anyone else have any stuff that they would like to do beforehand? No? Okay, so no. Uncomfortable silence. Cool. So let's do that. It is a social score, right? The connection is now Ridhi because we're working our magic. And let's go to the engagement roll. So who wants to roll the engagement roll? Who wants the honor?
I do love to roll for engagements.
Okay. So you start out with 1 for luck.
Hold on, wait. Give me like 2-second head start.
Okay.
Where I forget where the button is.
It's in the crew sheet.
Oh, I'm not. It was on character mode.
Yeah.
Okay, roll engagement. Okay.
So, +1 for luck. Do we think this is particularly bold or daring?
Yes.
Can we make an argument for that, especially after that tentativeness? I think there is an argument. I would like to hear it.
I mean, maybe it's just because me personally, I'm trying to do like 10 things at once.
Well, sure. I was thinking more like inviting all these Shelter 1 people and all this stuff to the same place, right? Like
Mhm.
to a tier 1 place for a gala, it's like, you know, inviting a lot of like vipers into the nest, kind of, right?
I'm sure everyone's gonna be friendly.
And bringing them here on our stolen ship.
Yeah. So you guys don't think it's particularly boulder daring?
I said
I do.
yes.
Yeah.
What?
Especially for Atheb, right? Because he's doing all sorts of things, and there are all these high-powered people around.
Okay. And is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
Nope.
I like how every answer you just look like you're completely lying.
Just getting in character.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, as far as the score goes, it's not. You just need to convince Ridhi to basically turn, right? Like switch to the other side. Come over to the forged. Be a bad boy. Leave the corp. Does this plan expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I think so, right? Like we've already shown that Atheb is a weakness of his, right? Otherwise he wouldn't be like, sure, let's just keep going out, even though I'm like an auditor and people are not enjoying that. I'm doing this, right? It's already kind of a sneaky clandestine thing, right?
Mhm.
Are they strongest against this approach? Have particular defenses or special preparations? So here's the question: does Ridhi know that you're the one who organized all this, or is this like through a front company or your grandparents or whatever, or what?
Oh no, Atheb is planning it.
Okay, so do you think that he would have particular defenses or special preparations, or what?
Can you really prepare your heart?
Nice.
I mean, I think so, but like, I, I think he would just be prepared for the event, right? Like, so he would know who was going. He would know that I planned it. So there's probably machinations happening. So I think so. Like, what
Yeah.
that looks like, I don't know, but
Yeah. Okay, and then yeah, okay. Friends provide aid. You did that for your gathering information role, right? Enemies or rivals interfering. Yes. Mwahaha. Is there another element that you want to consider? Tier target. Tier. Yes. Ridhi is like tier 5 or something, right? Technically.
sure.
So, yeah, we'll go down to 2.
That was a wild
Nice.
ride.
Yeah.
So, all right, rolling. Ooh,
Oh
that was
my god.
fast. Is it a 6?
What?
It's better than a 6.
What the hell? Okay. You guys
I
are
just stop rolling engagements.
okay. So that is a critical, which means you are carried beyond your first obstacle. But the first thing I want to know is like, you know, what is this like? What do we see as we, you know, open the camera on this beachfront property of the Rust? What does it look like, Atheb? What is it that you have planned? What do we see?
Okay, so now that there's a boat, I think they, well, I'm gonna, well, okay, so after the boat ride, whatever that looks like, if Nola um, and Aiden, I realized I never referred to you other than heatsink. I was like, oh, if Tack and heatsink want to fill in that part of it, but so I think that they like show up and there's like a table where they check in, right? And there's no name tags because everyone knows who everyone is. And then they have to like it's on like a little deck that was built, and they like take off their shoes. They can like change into like a sari if they want, 'cause it's a nice beach moment. And then they just walk down the steps onto the beach. And then there's just like some very elegant tiki torches. There's probably like a local Rust band playing, like Beach Boy covers, you know. And then it's just some schmoozing. There's like cocktail tables set up on the beach because like it's that impractical. Oh, there's probably like lights in the water. So like you can look out and it's just like these like floating lights. And maybe there's some other drones. Some drones for Binky to play with as well. But some drones buzzing around that are like letting go of flowers or something, so there's shit flying around. It's majestic.
Nice. And so what is everybody wearing to this then?
Saris.
I mean, like all the characters. I already said sorries. But yeah, because this will be different, right? We haven't seen you guys dress differently from your regular, you know, scandalous ways. your yeah, like every other time it's sort of been a little bit militant, right? So I'm guessing you're in formal wear or some nice stuff, right? So what is everybody wearing? Formal sorts.
So Nola is wearing so she's a very large person, and so I don't know if you've ever seen like pictures of like The Rock when he's wearing a suit that like it just looks like nobody can make a suit big enough to like fit appropriately. So it's like just a little too tight, especially like, you know, in the biceps and the thighs. And it's also like a metallic electric blue.
Cool. And it's a suit?
Yeah, it's a suit.
Cool. Is there like a tie and everything too? Is it like a thin tie? A large tie? What kind of tie is
I
it?
think because we're on the beach, it's no tie and it's like unbuttoned a little bit.
Right. Makes sense. Atheb would ruin that. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, cool. What about Aiden? What are you wearing?
I think it's more like formal streetwear. so it's like a little like oversized or something, but it's like fine materials. Like finer materials than normal, you know.
Is it like what is streetwear though?
I was just imagining like cyberpunk stuff, right? Like the black cloak or something. And skinny jeans.
Or are you going to be like one of those people that wear like one of those puffy vests to a formal event? I'm wearing my life preserver, thank you.
It's very important on the beach. That's a good point.
Pete afraid of dying in the water.
Yeah, I don't know.
But some sort of streetwear from the 80s that have been kind of like spruced up, basically.
Yeah, like it's
better quality.
Like it's the same cut or whatever from the 80s, but it's like nice fabrics and like those old bright colors, you know.
Gotcha. Cool. What about Atheb?
Atheb is absolutely in a sari because Atheb dresses to theme. And I think it's like a super casual sari. I think it's like a nice like linen, right? Because it's breezy and comfortable, and just a natural linen tone, like slightly off white. And then I think the hair his hair is usually like gelled back, and it's like not. It's very scandalous. He's got like a sea spray in it, right? So it's just like tossed to the side, and I think he's got like a flower in his head, in his ear, behind his ear.
that changed drastically. In his head, in his ear, around his ear. It's around.
I couldn't get my prepositions right.
Yeah.
It's somewhere.
Yeah, there's a flower.
Mm-hmm.
What about Wolfie?
Well, since Wolfie's all about like camouflage and blending in and all that kind of thing, I think like I like to think this is a scene of Atheb like I don't know, like manipulating is the wrong verb, but like convincing her to like put on a sari and dress all nice and formally, and she's like, fine if I have to, but she's like still insisted that she wears her bomber jacket over top, so it's like a real formal like elegant sari, and then this like punky bomber jacket that she's thrown over top.
Nice. I like it. Cool. And so you all. So is this taking place on the boat, or is it in like a space on the beach or something like that, Atheb?
I pictured it on the beach, but now we have this fantastic renovated yacht that maybe people arrive and there's a beach cocktail hour, and then we load everyone up onto the yacht and we, hover or something out to sea.
Yeah.
This won't go badly at all.
Yeah. You hover yacht. You're using the vehicle from the island. Cool. So, and you're navigated past the first obstacle. So the first obstacle.
That's cocktail hour.
It's cocktail. Yeah, I don't think so. But I think the first obstacle is going to be probably isolating Ridhi from a bunch of people, right? Otherwise, I think he would be getting like swarmed by everybody else. So how is it that you do that?
Can we do like some setup actions and stuff to set up Atheb with some quiet alone time with him?
Well, it's already gone well.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, because it's
one day I'll learn this game.
You've navigated past the first obstacle, and you're in a control position.
Okay.
With the crit. So whatever you set up, which you can describe, has worked very well.
Okay.
What did you do?
Oh, I don't know. I also I also wonder what Nola.
Nola, what?
You lost her.
Oh no.
What? What'd you say, Lauren?
I want to see what Nola and Aiden are doing as well.
Okay, sure. So what's everybody doing then?
I mean, I think my plan was I was gonna see if I could gather everyone together and try to like throw together to see what people are doing or what they want and like where they can maneuver in the party so we can like get them alone.
Right. Okay. Nola, do you have any plans?
Well, so a while ago you mentioned a +1.
Yes.
I was wondering if there was maybe somebody from the Loom community who maybe would want
sure.
to have joined me.
Sure. Let's see. Well, do you think it was that person that you convinced?
So yeah, there was Chicago, and then I know there was also like Yellowknife, who we were dealing with a lot. I'd probably bring Chicago. Seem more
sure. Yeah,
party.
Chicago is infectious, upbeat, and empathetic. Yellowknife is an arm specialist, able, watchful, and cynical. And the other person was Quito, artistic, forgetful, and pensive. Which would you like?
Probably Chicago.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Yellowknife might just like shoot Atheb. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Why am I at your party?
Yeah, just like they show up and they're like capitalist pigs. Cool. Do you have an idea of what you'd like Chicago to look like? Picture or anything from the board? Do you want to pick something? There's the board.
I was gonna say if I get the link to the board.
There you go. There's lots.
Do they ever not wear the knitwear?
What? Knitwear?
Do they ever not wear like the knit punk?
Oh, I'm sure for this day they would wear whatever, right? Yeah. Yeah, especially for a gala, right? I'm sure you could print up whatever you like, especially because like your ships and your convoy and stuff would have printers for fabricating whatever you want. They were just sort of like, living frugally off of the fungi and such.
What are Chicago's pronouns?
I didn't establish them, so they can be whatever you like.
I think she, her as well. I think
Sounds
they
good.
are wearing a similar sari probably to Atheb, like, very sort of natural looking, probably more color or pattern to it. But yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
It's like electric blue, like your suit.
Oh, like matching?
There's probably some of the same color like in it, but it's not all like the same color. So.
What about? Oh no, that's not very good. Never mind. Yeah, I thought I found something good, but cool. So yeah, so I guess Chicago looks quite different too, right? Normally they would be in the knit punk suit action, but instead everyone's all gussied up. Everyone looks so different. Y'all are in the James Bond party hard now. But and just like James Bond, there's danger here in this soiree. So, and then Nola, is there something specifically you want to be doing as well? Oh, you're muted.
I'm like so fish out of water right now.
I think a lot of you guys are. Maybe not Atheb, and that's it.
Would it help to like, because we could just roll with the scenes instead of just talking about it, do you know what I mean? If that would work better.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go for it.
Okay, so yeah, so why don't you just say what it's like on the ship then, and we, like, having said that, we can see how it is that you can just say how it is you isolate them, because that would be the first obstacle, right?
Sure. I mean, I'm imagining there's like some real nice decorations set up. They probably hung up some fabrics, especially over the like bits of the Straylight like emblem that we couldn't quite get off in time. And it's just people milling about because also this is like a military ship. So I imagine there's like mostly tight corridors and like maybe there's like a deck or whatever that like most of it's happening on. And I think the way I imagined it is after we all boarded, there was some moment where the four of us like stole away to some like dark hallway, and we were like, okay, here's the dude, here's what we got to do. So I mean, maybe it's just like me and Heatsink schmoozing while Wolfie is telling us who to schmooze and where, and doing like some high level meta like reorganizing of like, okay, get these people over here, these people over here. And honestly, maybe it's like Nola and her bang and date like running the show out front and just be like looking cool, serving looks, and I don't know, as like the third level to get people away from Ridgey, right?
Yeah. So yeah, like basically what this role means is that you're able to isolate Ridhey. It doesn't mean that there's not other obstacles or anything to deal with still, right? But so far, since you're in a controlled position, we know that the the party is going quite well and everything, right? And then yeah, you're able to isolate Ridhi. All the people that you wanted to be here are here, and everyone's looking quite fancy. And I can't wait to start a clock about the stray light. That's where we're at. So I think the main clock to focus on right now, though, is the main sort of foci of your mission is turning Ridhi, though, right? So how is it that you would do that? And it could be like a group thing too, as well, right? Like you could be getting assists, you could be getting setups, you could be doing lots of stuff. Oh, what's this? Hey, that's the one that I was gonna point out. That's good. Yeah, I just Google imaged it, right? Yeah. Cool. I had a similar one, except it's like mostly blue, and then on the bottom there was like flowers and stuff. It was pretty nice. But it was the same color. Anyway, though. So, Atheb, you're on point. How is it that you're turning Ridhi? It's a 6 o'clock.
I'm dancing with him.
Okay, so you're just smooching.
Yeah. I think maybe a band started, and I need to, I'm going to say finesse. I need to finesse him with my sweet, sweet dance moves.
Does this seem like finesse?
Well, I mean, we can say network. I have more dots than that, but
it's fine. I just think of finesse always makes me think of heat sink being like, sounds like finesse.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
I think it would be finesse though. And like, yeah, so why don't you roll that? Let's see how much you make. I think it's interesting considering position and effect for you for this, because technically Ridhi is like level 5. Oh yeah, I think the major thing that makes it difficult in this situation is that you've always stolen time away, right? And so now, like, even though you're dancing, which I guess is how you isolate him, right? You're still like around all these like other people who probably are nosy and like up in your business and all that kind of stuff. So I think you'll have it's a risky situation still in the turning, not in the actual dancing. And then the effect you'll have is limited just because of all these people happening. So with all of these people around, keeping that in mind, maybe somebody could set you up for greater effect.
I'd be willing to do that.
How do you do that? Do
I
you
think
set up the dance?
Yeah. So is it like, I was thinking I could distract some people by talking about something. I don't know. I have in my head like that scene from Firefly where Kaylee goes to the ball and like everyone winds up really interested in what she's talking about. I don't know if this is a good
Sure. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I like it.
So I think she's just like nerding out over maybe even like the fungus stuff.
Sure. And is this like is this the first time that Chicago has seen you like this as well too? Like before, would you have spoken like this about it when because mostly you're interacting with them about your faith and stuff, right? Like it's a community, I wouldn't say outrage or anything, but it's like it's like you're all trying to take care of each other with like food and well-being and like a holistic nature of that, right? So is this the first time that she's like hearing you nerd out and stuff too, though, or what?
Yeah, probably.
Nice. I like that. Cool. And so what action do you think it is you're doing?
Probably a sway.
Sure. That makes sense to me. And the idea is to get as many people around so that they don't pay much attention to Ridhi and Atheb's dance, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's risky with standard effect.
Okay.
2 is not the best. So let's see. In a risky situation. Oh, wait. It can't be risky because you rolled a controlled engagement roll. So it is not risky.
Okay.
Corrected. It could be bumped down to risky, but oh yeah, I know what happens. Okay, so you're doing this and you do gather the people around and everything, right? You start talking. Some people, I think, especially with the failure, some people are just like it's like above their head and they're just like, I just need to go get drunk or something right now.
I did not come to this fancy fundraising gala to hear about fungus.
Yeah, exactly. But something that piques your interest in the crowd as well is something I must find in my notes. There we go. You see, let's see, when you were downloading all the information on Straylight and stuff like that, it probably scrolled through some personnel, and I think you see like the outline of learning. No. There's like a person who fits the description of somebody named Glint in this Straylight. You see them like in the crowd. It's like one of those moments where you're like telling your story and they move across like one of the, I'm not sure what the lighting is like on this place, but I guess there's probably like strings of light or something and they're moving in between them and it's like sporadically lighting their face. And they're sort of like ominously moving across your vision, first in the peripheral and then across. And as soon as you like kind of put it together, who they are, they're like gone, right? As you're telling this story. And I will get a picture for you.
We lost Asher.
Oh, I did not notice. How long ago was that? Just now, or?
Yeah, just now.
Oh, okay. That's good. I'll just get a picture. I'll scroll relatively down. Oh yeah, this guy looks angry. There you go. So this is the person that you see in the crowd. And they are, they go out of your peripheral vision and then in. And I think like maybe you like stammer when you're telling your story or something like that when you see their face, right? And that's why you failed or whatever. But as they're moving across, you see them moving directly for they're going directly for Aiden. Like Aiden's back is turned to them and you see like a glint of something in their heads as they go. Unless you would like to resist something. Except the failure. You still fail at the setup, but you could do something about this person moving with a knife or something. If you can think of how you'd intervene.
I'm not sure how I'd intervene like before the fact. I don't know if this would be a resist to like, because we have the subvocal text. So I think I would just try and say something to Aiden, be like, make yourself scarce or something. So I don't know if that's a resist or something else.
Yes, I think it is. Because if you resist it, then we'll say that like what ends up happening is they just don't end up they don't spot Aiden and going towards them with a knife, right? Instead, it would be like maybe you make eye contact with them and then they're like, oh shit, I won't go stab this guy. Right?
Mhm.
Something like that. Because it's a Arista is basically any way we can think of retconning what just happened.
I feel like that's an insight.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense for me. Yeah, because it's something that you would have noted going through records and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Totally. Oof, that's a lot. Double sixes, double ones. Cool. So that's a lot of stress. But so what happens instead? Do you just like make eye contact and they kind of like fuck off for a little bit, or what?
I think maybe they're like crossing the dance floor and somebody bumps into them, and then like in that moment of distraction, you know, Aiden and anyone else is able to sort of like disappear into the crowd.
Right.
I don't know how many people are here, but
yeah, I'm sure there's a sizable amount, and so sub-vocally you're just like stray lights here or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Atheb, you're about to go dancing and everything when you hear the stray lights around. You don't get a setup action, unfortunately. So you have limited effect.
Oh man.
But you are in a controlled position because you rolled that. But I know how you'll be risky soon.
I'm very hesitant to push myself because I only have 4 boxes left.
Oh, really? You didn't indulge as a daredevil or anything?
No, for some reason I thought I would be fine.
Just draw him out, so he'll be fine. Then you can be cold. You can like move him over to your side, but then stab him in the heart and be like, plot twist. I'm just kidding. Obviously, you wouldn't work towards that and then stop it. But, you know.
Maybe I'll be soft and I have to rely on Ridhi.
Yeah. So what is it?
Do you have a devil's bargain?
A ripple?
Yeah, sorry, a ripple.
Yeah, the ripple will be that the guy changed targets directly for you all.
Oh, me and Ridhi?
Yeah.
I was like, isn't he already targeting us?
Like, I just mean like the next thing that happens is he's gonna be up at you, right?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. Or Ridhi. Maybe I'll just do a fortune roll, see which one he stabs.
I'm sure either of us could take him on.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna pop up my effect.
Okay.
Watch me get a 1. That's a
Cool.
4.
So you succeed. What is it that is it just this dance that sways him a little bit for the 2 on the clock? Or do you say something to Ridhi or whatever? I think Ridhi is definitely like, I can't believe I'm getting posted out here, right? He's like a city boy for sure.
Oh, it's not so bad, Ridhi. My grandparents are out here. I've vacationed out here all the time. It can be enchanting. Sometimes you see a volcano explode, you know?
Sometimes you make volcanoes explode, you know? I've seen your show.
Ooh, oh, we're going to talk about that here, Ridhi. There's a whole, we're trying to raise money to fix that now. So no reason to bring up too much of the past.
Right. I suppose one way or another, this is my future.
I don't think it looks that bad. And I like to make them dip me.
Awesome. Cool. Okay, so but what is the consequence here? In a controlled situation, you have a minor complication, reduced effect, suffer harm, or end up in a risky position. I think things end up in a risky position. That's when you hear about like this stray light fella just walking around in your party, right? With some weapons and things, looking all militant. Did you see the picture? He looks really angry. And yeah, I think he even has a little weird sci-fi gun thing. So he's wearing, I think he's like not looking as out of place as in that the picture. He's like wearing the formal wear. He's got like a sari on and all that kind of stuff. But he's definitely like packing that little space tiny gun thing. And he does have like the scar on the side though, so he's an easier to spot person, which is why Nola was like, whoa, that guy is not good. That guy is a stray light person. And yeah, so things are no longer in a control position for anybody. It devolves into a risky situation, as you know that there's an operative here probably to kill you or turn you or find out what happened to the ship or something. But based on the consequence that was resisted, it seems like he's willing to shank first and ask questions later. So, Aiden, what are you doing? What's up? Are you heat sinking this guy?
I think I'm just guarding the whole party, right? Like going around maybe the perimeter or something to try to be. I want to go around enough to be noticed a lot, so people stop noticing me, right? Because I kind of stand out.
Okay.
So I just kind of want everybody to see me at first.
Okay. And so are you trying to spot this operative?
Yeah, now I am. Right now that I know he's here. But at first I was just trying to get everyone to see me.
Okay. So how do you go about doing that? What action do you take to try to find this operative in the crowd?
That's a good question. Do they have any discernible qualities? Like, would I recognize this person? Or?
Yeah, they have like maybe Nola has sub-vocalized a brief description, and it's someone who's got like scars on their side of their face and kind of like a pretty light complexion skin-wise. They look like ex-military and pretty thick and built, I guess.
Mm,
and
maybe I'll
probably
just...
like Nola probably said like red sari or something, like whatever the guy was wearing, right?
Right. Yeah, I think I'll just maybe like talk to different groups and like look for them that way. Like
Okay,
just assume that he's part of this party.
Oh, so like, have you seen the scarred faced man? Have you
No,
seen
just
someone with a fucked up face? I'm looking for him.
like butterfly around the party, just like go to each group for a little bit.
Okay, so
See
it
what they're
sounds
talking
like,
about.
are you going for a network here?
Sure. Is that is that the old consort?
Oh, consort. Yeah. Yes. And so if you want, if you want help, then maybe somebody else is helping you with an assist or something. Or if more people are doing this, maybe it's a group action. What do people think?
Well, we know Ahab's not going to be part of this, right?
No, yeah, it would be a little bit weird.
But yeah, I think we're all at this party doing something, right?
Yeah, but I mean, mechanically, does someone want to take stress to give you a die? Or
Yeah, Wolfie's always happy to help.
okay, and how do you help then? Are you using the drone and stuff then? Or are you similarly being like, have you seen the red sari man?
I'm probably using Binky to scout about and stuff, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so you take 1 stress, and Aiden takes plus 1d to the roll.
Oh, cool. And it's risky now.
Yes, it's risky.
Standard effect.
Yeah, we'll say standard.
That's pretty.
6. Cool. So I think Binky is like scanning the crowd, right? Looking for maybe like analyzing the gait of everybody, and then finds like somebody who's walking ex-military style, right? Like the way that they're moving their weight on their foot to stay silent, and all the other indicators that they're trained personnel and stuff. And at the same time as well, whoever you're talking to who's like very refined and has like one of those, upper class British accents points out, and they're like, "Are you talking about that person right there?" And you turn and you see the person, and he like just rounds a corner. You see the red sari like float down like a hallway or whatever, right? Trying to get away from people as they realize that they've been made a little bit. So what is it that you do? You found them. Now, it's fine for everybody to know where they're at, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Nola or everybody, what is everybody doing now that they have located the individual? Is there a group action at play now?
I kind of want to go back to the ship, like make sure they don't try to
Okay.
take that back.
Okay, so you kind of be like, I'll cover our 6s or whatever and make it for the ship. Cool. And I imagine the ship would just be like on the shore, like close nearby to like the gala's entrance or whatever, right?
Okay.
Or did you guys park it somewhere else? Were you like maybe we should park it, someplace not obvious or something, or what? What do you think?
I think an obvious place is best, right? So that we can notice if it's stolen or something.
Okay.
Right? Like,
so someplace not. So where do you think? Just like off the beaten path a little bit, or what?
no, this is like how we brought people in, so I think it would be on the beach here.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot. You guys used to bring people in. Cool. Okay, so you bolt and say like, I'm gonna make sure that no one's messing with the ship and all that kind of stuff, right? What about Nola, Atheb, Wolfie? You've located the individual. Is Atheb gonna continue to schmoze and trust the team, or be like, I have 1 minute?
I'm gonna trust the team, but that would be a very good scene to be like, let me get you a cocktail.
Yeah.
But no, I think I'm gonna continue schmoozing. Atheb is moon to heart. Well, I don't know what these words are anymore. Atheb's head over heels, so.
Okay. Cool. So what is the next move then?
Oh, let's see. We already danced. What else do you do at a party?
That's awesome. Well, it's to convince him to get to your side too, though, right? Like it's not just being like I think we already know that he's into you. It's more of a like, how about be a double agent, or
you don't want to spend 4 hours changing Hack the Planet into a dating sim?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we do go get a drink then, and
it's laced.
I'm not trying to kill him, but I pull him aside, so it's like now, since I know that there's this guy stalking around, I'm like kind of getting us out of the open, and also away from people, so I can have a moment to be like, yeah, there's a lot of shit going on.
Okay.
Be in our pocket.
Okay. But is that going towards turning Ridhi?
Yeah.
Okay. So what action is this?
I guess it's a sway, right? Because
Mhm.
I'm not just like getting information from him. He's not already on our side, so I'm trying to like give him. I'm trying to convince him with
Okay.
my flower in my hair.
Cool. I think that with my flower, I think it's still risky,
Mhm.
especially like he might like pick up on some of the stuff going on and then might not want to be here anymore, right? So you're like, if there's a killer here, maybe I'll leave.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I think you'll have standard effect because you've already succeeded in doing the isolating, right?
Cool.
And we've already established that that guy is no longer in the general vicinity, but probably getting better ground or something.
Yeah, I think that what if I want to use this fine enticing bribe?
Okay, what is it?
It's my eternal love.
Okay, is there an
Now,
item involved?
I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so he's an auditor, and then he was hoodwinked into getting restationed to basically the Boondocks.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know that you guys were
Right.
behind that either.
Right. And he's sad. And so, what can I bribe him with?
It's the keys to
Is
your
it
brand new airship.
maybe is the bribe? Would it be a good enough bribe to be like, hey, you know, me and my group have connections. We could get you back into the city.
Oh, that's interesting. So, but aren't you trying to make him a liaison?
Yeah, for the that's right. So,
Like, isn't that subverting your own
yeah,
goals?
I forgot about that. I'm only focused on Ricky. Um, well, do you want to come back to me? Is that okay? I can think about a good bribe.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so Nola, Wolfie, are you guys like together trying to track down and get this dude, or what's the plan?
I think so. I think I think Nola and I would make a good, effective team to track down this guy. Then who knows what we're gonna do with him? Maybe we'll beat him up. Maybe we'll talk to him. Let's see what happens.
Russian roulette, it'll be fine.
And we'll just make him make a donation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you're just like be one second, Chicago. Just gotta go to the bathroom. Mess up this guy. Just kidding. Um, okay, so are you tracing the person or
Yeah,
hunting?
totally.
Yeah, hunting.
I think so. I think I am. Yeah, definitely tracing them.
Cool. And you know where they just last were, so I think it's risky because you know that they are military. They might be setting up some kind of, trap or whatever, luring you somewhere.
Awesome.
And you'll have standard effect. You will find them, catch up with them.
Neat.
Cool. So both of you can roll trace, and we'll take the highest roll. And is Wolfie leading it then? Kind of sounds like
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Okay.
Feeling confident about this. I got stress to burn, and this is going to be fine.
Yeah. Do it. Nola's not doing the best at it. Oh wow, that's lucky because the other ones are not good.
I'm so glad I pushed myself.
Well, you push yourself for a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you take 1 stress from Nola stressing you out a bit.
Okay.
You do get what you want, a full success, right? And it's in a risk. So I think, I like the image of maybe he had kind of prepared for you in a way, right? Like, let's have like a scene above the ship where like he was going up the ladder, and we'll say it's like a really tall ship or something, like there's a couple levels, And so you are like chasing after this guy up there, and what allows you to get him though is that he wasn't aware that Nola was helping you, so Nola kind of like heads him off, right? So you've kind of like pincered him at the top of the ship. There's some kind of flag billowing in the wind and stuff. Below you are the lights of the party and all that.
Nice.
And the guy kind of like grimaces and is like, I don't think he will talk. But so what's the plan? You've got him.
I was hoping Nola might be able to
Take her him.
yeah, maybe have a chat with him, since I know Nola's marginally better at social interaction than I am. Or yeah, what do you want to do with this guy, Nola? What approach should we take?
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
definitely can't escape.
yeah, I'm not sure if it's. I think she doesn't want to ruin the party with violence quite yet. So I think probably want to, like, maybe like a, control of like, I don't know, like cliche, like
Scare him off? Or
Yeah, I could see you doing like a controlly thingy where you're like a bit intimidating. Like, we found you. Like, we're good at what we do. You better tell us about like what you're doing here, you guy.
philanderer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking more of the like, I mean, we know who he works for, but like, like, I guess maybe how do you find us? Like,
How many of you are here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
More aimed at getting information out of him.
Cool. And is Wolfie helping then? Are you giving an assist or what?
Yes.
Cool. And that's just by being like generally menacing with the weapon?
Yeah, totally. I wear my
Yeah.
cool like punky bomber jacket and I've got a weapon. Of course I look threatening.
Yes, indeed. Cool. So why don't you roll that? I think you're in a risky situation. He might just like devolve into violence instead of answering your questions if he feels too threatened. We see like a David Attenborough quote, right? Where he's like, the man might feel too threatened in his natural habitat. Anyway, so Alex, go ahead and roll that. Pardon?
Standard effect?
Yeah, it'll be standard effect. And then you get an extra D, right?
Yep.
Bam. Lots of sixes. Okay. So you want to know what was it? Where, like, how we found you and stuff? Or
Yeah, if there are any other, if you had any friends here, teammates,
yeah, he's like, yeah, he says there's one more of me back at the ship. You did a pretty good job stripping it, but you missed one thing, the corresponder attached to the thing. The loading crane thing. A technical part is where you missed it. And wherever you go, you can bet that the Straylight aren't just going to leave you alone, right? You killed the men, presumably. You took their ship. This is an expensive thing. They can't afford to be losing face like this, or men, or ships. And like while he's saying it, he's sort of like looking more panicked and like gripping his gun a little bit more, right? What else do you want to know?
I think does the Straylight like know it's us? Or do they just know that they have a missing ship here?
Just a missing ship, I think.
Okay.
That's why they sent these guys, right? To see who did it and to retrieve the ship, probably.
Mhm.
So what do you do with this fellow?
Fella, it sounds like a loose end.
Yes.
But it's a party.
Yeah, man, no one's gonna know you're like 3 stories up. You don't have to like blow him away with a shotgun or anything, right? Just make sure his body doesn't land on the party, right? Because yeah, like basically, he knows, right? So, yeah, he's leaving very little options.
Yeah. I guess I'll take him out.
Like how you feel sad about it. Like, poor guy. So how do you kill him then?
I want to use this mag pistol.
Okay, what does it look like?
Because it's trying to remember. It's like little special. Yeah, so it's basically silent because it doesn't use. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like a customized silenced special weapon of your own device, right?
Yeah.
So do we just hear like the wind whipping or whatever and everything's really silent and then it's just like a silhouette of like Nola's hand going up with the grip and then just him like getting shot in the noggin or whatever?
Yeah, I think she's probably got it on like a shoulder holster under the suit jacket.
Yeah. And then he just probably just goes tumbling into the water, right? Bye-bye, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Cool.
Clint.
He's definitely gonna wash up then.
What?
I see. It sounds like he's gonna wash up then. Like,
Well, so what do you want to do? Like burn him alive or something?
I don't know. Flashback to preparing some cement shoes. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sure. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you could have something on you that would weight him down, right?
Yeah,
Like
probably.
a specific weapon, like a heavy weapon.
I was mostly kidding. I'm sorry.
Okay. But however you want to dispose of him, that happens. And then, so we'll cut back to Atheb real quick. And a reminder that in like 50 minutes I gotta go, so let's hurry.
Yeah, I don't know what a good enticing bribe would be. I can't figure out what he would be enticed by.
Well, why don't we say that like he joined the auditors for justice, right? And you could be like, there's plenty of justice out here, right? And it's not full of like bureaucracy and like the city and being tied up on the 6th floor and stuff. You'll be like doing actual good with real people around here and all that kind of stuff, right?
That's very good. I'll appeal to his moral core.
Yeah, because presumably you want a good person.
Yes.
Cool. All
so
right.
it's risky, and I'm gonna bump it up.
I think it's back into a controlled position if he's still isolated and the guy's dead.
Oh, heck yeah. That was all part of my plan.
And standard effect, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bump up the effect for that one.
Okay.
Yep. Oh my gosh. If Roll20 will let me click on anything. Great. Go. Go. No problem. Just do it. Come on. Okay.
Nice. Okay, and with great effect, so you're done. Because it's 3 clicks, and then with great effect is an extra tick. It's just 4, and then you're boom, boom. Yes. So You do the tell me of the waters of your home world, Isul. Cool, but no, I think that's a good argument, right? Like it makes sense
Yeah.
that somebody who works for the auditors would have initially got into it for that, and then probably got tied up in the bureaucracy of it and the capitalism and all of that kind of stuff, right? And now he's like
Yeah.
working his way up this ladder, but at least here he can do some real good. So, okay, so let's move to epilogues then. Heat sink. You do find somebody there, especially because you get signaled like as you're running for the ship that from Wolfie and Nola that the guy did say that there was somebody there, and knowing that and the fictional positioning that you have an epilogue right now, how do you take them out? Oh, you're like flashing a lot.
Yeah, the camera's doing something weird. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Seems better now.
Yeah. So what happens?
So I'm finding this guy?
Yeah. 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 We'll say that he's like
This
in
is
the
a second person?
Yeah, yeah. There's a second man there.
Alright. So I mean, I think I'll act like the security person that I was pretending to be the whole time and like pull him aside, you know?
Want to see my fake favors? Want to see my ID? Oh yeah, because you guys still have the outfits from the Stray Light stuff too. Oh yeah. Okay, so cool. Yeah. So you just pretend to be like one of his own people, basically, or what?
No, I mean like a security person for the party.
Oh, okay.
Not
Okay.
Stray Light. Yeah.
Okay. I think he's just trying to like attach a device to the ship to try to like gain entry again, right? Because you guys probably changed all the codes and stuff like that, and so you can have whatever you want happen now.
Yeah, so I'll just pull him aside and like take the device, like this is a party. What are you doing, sabotaging the guest cruiser?
Well, remember that this guy's like basically like Jason boarding this thing, right? So I think if you revealed yourself even as a security person, he'd be like, I'm gonna kill you, right?
Okay. So
But it's just epilogue, so you can tell me how it is you deal with it. But I think like, you know,
I
he's
think while I
basically
was
like an operative.
all right, maybe while I was working on the ship, I like added a trap.
Oh
So,
shit. That's good, yeah.
it like
So
springs that and like sprays ink on him or something. So like very recognizable, you know.
I was
Can't
thinking
Jason board
maybe
this
it
anymore.
kills him, right? Like maybe it's the typical cyberpunk thing where he's like hacking it and you put some like ice or some kind of thing in it so that he gets like fried or whatever, right? Instead
All
of
right.
like sprayed with some ink. You're like, oh no, my shirt is ruined. That if that's cool with you, I think that would be a cool way of killing him, right?
Sure. Yeah, it's like electric shock or something.
Yeah.
Or poison ink.
Poisoning, sure. If you really want the ink to happen. Yeah, he gets poisoned by the poison ink of doom. Cool. Okay. So how about so Nola, what is epilogue for you? What is the not do you just like retire with your new partner?
I mean, we went on one date, but
I mean, things escalate quickly in the world.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think I probably like work to spend time in that community, reestablishing them, and then also like getting the carbon sink up and running. And eventually, I'm like, you know what? I'm just good here.
Oh,
This
so you
is
just
good.
stay there in that
This feels
community?
good. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know if that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. And you're like, so we just see you kind of living an ordinary life where you're waking up in that community and then commuting to the carbon sink to like get it working again and all that kind of stuff. That's cool. I think that's a good end for Nola. And then if the series begins again, then you can be like, one last job. Cool. What about okay, and then the rest of you, are you gonna be in series next month? Asher?
I think I'm waitlisted for it, but I don't know if I'll be in.
Okay, well, probably don't give an epilogue just in case. Or you could give an epilogue and then retcon it, be like, psych, I'm back. I left, but I came back. What do you think?
No, I won't. I'll
Okay,
just
yeah.
wait and see.
We'll just wait, yeah. Cool. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure August I'll be putting up some more. I just need a break in July is all, just to run less games. So I can work on the manuscript for this a little bit more out of my time. Cool, let's do XP really quickly then. Nola, do you want to start?
Sure. Did I address challenge with technical skill or mayhem?
Mayhem, you blew the guy's head off.
Yeah.
And you stripped the ship. Right?
Yeah. Did I express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Mm-hmm. Especially with the ending, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I liked all the coloring with the faith and like interacting with the community a lot.
And then struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
Did you have any?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you had a good time. Cool. Heatsink?
Let's see. So we didn't take any desperate actions. Address the challenge with calculation or conspiracy. I think that would have been a trap.
Yeah.
For sure.
Boom, ink trap. Never saw it coming.
Yeah. And then going around the party.
Yeah, for sure. That's a thing.
Yeah. Express beliefs, drive, heritage, or background. Yeah, I don't know about that. I guess. Yeah, I didn't really explore that.
Okay. And vice root trauma?
That was more last session. The free club.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And Dare?
And no desperate actions. You're all welcome. Did I address the challenge with calculation or conspiracy? I calculated getting Ridhi on that dance floor.
Yeah. For a long time.
Yeah. This whole gala was much more of a calculation and conspiracy than I expected.
Yeah, the gala's been a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, many sessions of the gala happening.
Phone calls back and forth. I express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Yeah, I mean drive. Making Ridhi my boyfriend has also been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Which I guess is like not a hundo yet.
Not what?
It's not that's not done, right? Like I still need to finish that clock.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And then I struggle with an issue of vice or trauma. No, I didn't. Didn't.
Okay. And Wolfie.
Yay, so no disparate actions. Thank you, Atheb. Addressed a challenge with tracking or perseverance. Tried to do that a couple of times with dear old Becky.
Yeah, there was a lot of tracking, I felt, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's too much tracking. Expressed belief drives heritage background.
What do you think?
I mean, maybe if we can weave in like Atheb convincing me to wear like formal wear that would blend in and stuff to the party is being a good idea for.
I think definitely.
Appealing to my, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
My desire to blend in. And I did not struggle with issues from vice root or trauma.
Cool. Nice. And the crew. Taryn, do you want to do that?
Yeah, I got it open.
Cool.
So, did we advance for an act of God despite danger, or did we embody a feature of one?
What
We
do
were
you think?
alluring.
Yeah, I could see that.
Throwing a big party. Do we contend with challenges above our current station?
Yep. Pretty much everyone there was better than you. Well, tier-wise. I mean,
Well, okay.
yeah.
Do we bolster our crew's reputation and develop a new one? We are ambitious and sinister.
I'd say ambitious at least,
Yeah,
right?
definitely ambitious.
Yeah, sinister even maybe a little bit with like the guy getting his head blown off a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I won't say no.
Yeah.
And then
Had
do
to
we
be done.
express do we express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew?
I liked the inner conflict about like Nolan not really wanting to plug the guy, but doing it for the good of everybody, right? Especially since ostensibly right after that retired. So it seemed that maybe that decision weighed heavily.
Yeah.
And then essential nature, I mean, Atheb romancing people, that's the essential nature of the crew. Seems legit.
Yeah, I mean, I think too for drive that we like this secures the funding. This basically got like next month opens with like the carbon sink pumping out sweet CO2.
Yes. If you want to put it like that, sure.
Always.
Cool. All right. Okay. I'm gonna stop the broadcast.